Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Having a vision for what you want is not enough. Vision without execution is hallucination. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. There is a better way for everything. Find it. I never view mistakes as failures. They are simply opportunities to find out what doesn't work. Be courageous. Have faith. Go forward. Success is 90% perspiration and 10% inspiration. The successful person makes a habit of doing what the failing person doesn't like to do. I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. 5% of the people think, 10% of the people think they think, and the other 85% would rather die than think. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. The greatest invention in the world is the mind of a child. Never go to sleep without a request to your subconscious. The secret of success is focus of purpose. I have far more respect for the person with a single idea who gets there than for the person with 1,000 ideas who does nothing. Vision without execution is delusion. The first 40 hours of work per week are for survival. Everything after that is for success. There is no substitute for hard work. Fools call wise men fools. A wise man never calls any man a fool. Most of my ideas belong to other people who never bothered to develop them. A diamond is a piece of coal that stuck to the job. The doctor of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent disease with nutrition. The trouble with most people is that they quit before they start. What you are will show in what you do. Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. If we did all the things we are capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. When you have exhausted all possibilities, remember this: you haven't. Show me a thoroughly satisfied man, and I will show you a failure. I never quit until I get what I want. People are not remembered by how few times they fail, but by how often they succeed. Every wrong step is another step forward. I owe my success to the fact that I never had a clock in my workroom. Everything comes to those who hustle while they wait. I would rather have one man with enthusiasm working with me than 10 who are complacent. I failed my way to success. Time is really the only capital that any human being has, and the only thing he can't afford to lose. The first requisite for success is to develop the ability to focus. There seems to be no limit to which some men will go to avoid the labor of thinking. Thinking is hard work. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. Be brave as your fathers before you. Have faith and go forward. A man's best friend is a good wife. Success is based on imagination plus ambition and the will to work. Before you reject an idea, find at least 5 good things about it. Work while others are wishing. The biggest failure of man is that he gives up before he realizes how close he was to success. The chief function of the body is to carry the brain around. Restlessness is discontent, and discontent is the first necessity of progress. Show me a thoroughly satisfied man, and I will show you a failure. We will make electricity so cheap that only the rich will burn candles. Every failure is a lesson learned about your strategy. Never say I failed 99 times. Say I discovered 99 ways, which causes failure. I do not believe in the God of the theologians, but that there is a supreme intelligence I do not doubt. When you become quiet, it just dawns on you. Non-violence leads to the highest ethics, which is the goal of all evolution. Until we stop harming all other living beings, we are still savages. Good fortune is what happens when opportunity meets with planning. Genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. A good intention with a bad approach often leads to a poor result. Each time you fail, you have eliminated another wrong option. Do the thing and the power will come. You can't realize your dreams unless you have one to begin with. Continued innovation is the best way to beat the competition. The strength of the Constitution lies in the will of the people to defend it. I make more mistakes than anyone else I know, and sooner or later, I patent most of them. Absorb ideas from every source. There is always a better way. Never be discouraged, because every wrong turn attempt, when left behind you, is another step forward, taking you closer to your goals. I get my ideas from listening from within. A genius is a talented person who does his homework. I have better use for my brain than to poison it with alcohol. To put alcohol in the human brain is like putting sand in the bearings of an engine. My success is due more to my ability to work continuously on one thing without stopping than to any other single quality. I find out what the world needs, then I go ahead and try to invent it. Education isn't play, and it can't be made to look like play. It is hard work, but it can be made interesting work. All Bibles are man-made. What is a college? An institute of learning. What is a business? An institute of learning. Life itself is an institute of learning. To get a great idea, come up with lots of them. Consider data without prejudice. Friendship is the heaven of life. I've realized that most of my best ideas have followed a good night's sleep. Success is the result of hard work. I remember that I was never able to get along at school. I was at the foot of the class. Discontent is the first necessity of progress. The value of an idea lies in the using of it. I am a vegetarian as well as a passionate anti-alcoholic because I can thus make better use of my brain. The three great essentials to achieve anything worthwhile are hard work, stick-to-itiveness, and common sense. Accomplishing something provides the only real satisfaction in life. The best thinking has been done in solitude. The worst has been done in turmoil. The great trouble is that the preachers get the children from 6 to 7 years of age, and then it is almost impossible to do anything with them. Youth doesn't take advice. A failure teaches you that something can't be done that way. An idea is something that won't work unless you do. Success is the product of the severest kind of mental and physical application. To invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk. Genius is not inspired. Inspiration is perspiration. I never did a day's work in my life. It was all fun. The perils of overwork are slight compared with the dangers of inactivity. A lawsuit is the suicide of time. Anything that won't sell, I don't want to invent. Its sale is proof of utility, and utility is success. The man who doesn't make up his mind to cultivate the habit of thinking misses the greatest pleasure in life. The world owes nothing to any man, but every man owes something to the world. There's a way to do it better, find it. The only time I really become discouraged is when I think of all the things I would like to do and the little time I have in which to do them. To have a great idea, have a lot of them. I am 67, but I'm not too old to make a fresh start. Everything comes to him who hustles while he waits. Just because something doesn't do what you planned it to do doesn't mean it's useless. What a man's mind can create, man's character can control. Failure is the most effective technique to optimize strategic planning, implementation, and processes. There is no limit to which a man will not go to avoid thinking. Personally, I enjoy working about 18 hours a day. Besides the short cat naps I take each day, I average about 4 to 5 hours of sleep per night. We shall have no better conditions in the future if we are satisfied with all those which we have at present. I never pick up an item without thinking of how I might improve it. From his neck down, a man is worth a couple of dollars a day. From his neck up, he is worth anything that his brain can produce. This problem, once solved, will be simple. There is great value in disaster. All our mistakes are burned up. Thank God we can start anew. When I have eliminated the ways that will not work, I will find the way that will work. Focus on how the end-user customers perceive the impact of your innovation, rather than on how you, the innovators, perceive it. It is remarkable to what lengths people will go to avoid thought. The first requisite of success is the ability to apply your physical and mental energies to one problem without growing weary. There is time for everything. When I have fully decided that a result is worth getting, I go ahead of it and make trial after trial until it comes. Being busy does not always mean real work. I've never made a mistake. I've only learned from experience. First, be sure a thing is wanted or needed, then go ahead. Nothing that's good works by itself. You've got to make the damn thing work. I start where the last man left off. There is much more opportunity than there are people to see it. No, I haven't failed thousands of times. On the contrary, I have successfully eliminated thousands of ideas that do not work. I am much less interested in what is called God's Word than in God's deeds. All Bibles are man-made. We haven't failed. We now know 1,000 things that won't work, so we are much closer to finding what will. Genius defined, of inspiration 1%, of perspiration 99%. I have friends in overalls whose friendship I would not swap for the favor of the kings of the world. Whatever the mind of man creates should be controlled by man's character. Sleep is like a drug. Take too much at a time and it makes you dopey. You lose time and opportunities. The inventor tries to meet the demand of a crazy civilization. I never did anything by accident, nor did any of my inventions come by accident. They came by work. Ideas without execution are hallucinations. Every wrong attempt discarded is another step forward. The beauty of a great idea lies in the art of using it. I never once failed at making a light bulb. I just found out 99 ways not to make one. I have had a lot of success with failure. First, study the present construction. Second, ask for all past experiences. Study and read everything you can on the subject. I never failed once. It just happened to be a 2,000-step process. Nature made us, nature did it all, not the gods of the religions. 2% is genius and 98% is hard work. Large portions of life's disappointments are individuals who did not understand that they were so near achievement when they surrendered. Great ideas originate in the muscles. I start where the last man left off. What the mind of man can conceive and believe, the mind of a man can achieve. We don't know a millionth of 1% about anything. A good idea is never lost. Even though its originator or possessor may die, it will someday be reborn in the mind of another. Keep on the lookout for novel ideas that others have used successfully. Your idea has to be original only in its adaptation to the problem you're working on. Genius, nothing. Sticking to it is the genius. I've failed my way to success. I try not to invent things that people don't need. The thing I lose patience with the most is the clock. Its hands move too fast. Seeming to do is not doing. I think work is the world's greatest fun. The reason a lot of people do not recognize opportunity is because it usually goes around wearing overalls looking like hard work. Show me a completely contented person and I'll show you a failure. I did not fail 2,000 times. I merely found 2,000 ways not to make a light bulb. There is a better way to do it. Find it. Nature is truly wonderful. Only man is truly foul. Surprises and reverses can serve as an incentive for great accomplishment. There are no rules here. We're just trying to accomplish something. If I had not had so much ambition and not tried to do so many things, I probably would have been happier, but less useful. There is far more opportunity than there is ability. I can never pick up a thing without wishing to improve it. If there is a better solution, find it. The only thing I use my body for is to carry my brain around. My mind is incapable of conceiving such a thing as a soul. I may be in error and man may have a soul, but I simply do not believe it. The value of a good idea is in using it. It is astonishing what an effort it seems to be for many people to put their brains definitely and systematically to work. Everyone steals in commerce and industry. I've stolen a lot myself, but I know how to steal. They don't know how to steal. I have determined that there is no market for talking pictures. I am long on ideas, but short on time. I expect to live to be only about 100. The The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will involve the patient in the proper use of food, fresh air, and exercise. They say President Wilson has blundered. Perhaps he has, but I notice he usually blunders forward. There cannot be overproduction of anything which men and women want, and their wants are unlimited, except by the size of their stomachs. So far as the religion of the day is concerned, it is a damned fake. Religion is all bunk. Of the 200 light bulbs that didn't work, every failure told me something that I was able to incorporate into the next attempt. The real measure of success is the number of experiments that can be crowded into 24 hours. Maturity is often more absurd than youth, and very frequently is most unjust to youth. Until man duplicates a blade of grass, nature can laugh at his so-called scientific knowledge. If I could solve all the problems myself, I would. Religion is all bunk. Incurably religious, that is the best way to describe the mental condition of so many people. Results. Why eat, man? I have gotten a lot of results. I know several thousand things that won't work. I have not failed. I have successfully discovered 12 ideas that don't work. I believe that the science of chemistry alone almost proves the existence of an intelligent creator. Life's most soothing things are a child's goodnight and sweet music. I was at the foot of my class. The body is a community made up of its innumerable cells or inhabitants. Inspiration can be found in a pile of junk. Sometimes you can put it together with a good imagination and invent something. Baseball is the greatest of American games. Some say football, but it is my firm belief, and it shall always be, that baseball has no superior. I find my greatest pleasure, and so my reward, in the work that precedes what the world calls success. In creating technology for ourselves, we created it for the world. There is no substitute for hard work. I am proud of the fact that I never invented weapons to kill. I will not say I failed 1,000 times. I will say that I discovered there are 1,000 ways that can cause failure. I believe in the existence of a supreme intelligence pervading the universe. The endeavor to change universal power by selfish supplication I do not believe in. Not only will atomic power be released, but someday we will harness the rise and fall of the tides and imprison the rays of the sun. My principal business is giving commercial value to the brilliant but misdirected ideas of others. My main purpose in life is to make money so I can afford to go on creating more inventions. I am so deaf I am debarred from hearing all the time articulation and have to depend on the judgment of others. An average American loves his family if he has any love left over for some other person. he generally selects Mark Twain. My mother was the making of me. To my mind, the old masters are not art. Their value is in their scarcity. The memory of my mother will always be a blessing to me. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 foundations and individual donors whose priorities don't align with my organization's. I have been at work for some time building an apparatus to see if it is possible for personalities which have left this earth to communicate with us. When down in the mouth, remember Jonah, he came out all right. I love great music and art, but I think Cubist songs and paintings are hideous. Books will soon be obsolete in the schools. Our school system will be completely changed in the next 10 years. Let the public throw bouquets to the inventors, and in time we will all be happy. Of all my inventions, I like the phonograph best. Direct thought is not an attribute of femininity. In this, women are now centuries behind man. We are striking it big in the electric light, better than my vivid imagination first conceived. Where this thing is going to stop, Lord only knows. I never knew I had an inventive talent until phrenology told me so. I was a stranger to myself until then. The roots of tobacco plants must go clear through to hell. Satan's principal agent, dyspepsia, must have charge of this branch of the vegetable kingdom. Radio is just a fashion contrivance that will soon die out. It is obvious that there never will be invented a proper receiver. Because ideas have to be original only with regard to their adaptation to the problem at hand, I am always extremely interested in how others have used them. It is the best book ever written on the subject. There is nothing like it. Which quote did you like the most? Share your opinion in the comments. Don't miss out on a chance to see the next video. Subscribe.